So it will also be it will also be sent to Director of RCR for record. The decision is binding. It's binding, meaning that the party don't argue anymore. You have to follow. But if they are not happy with it, you can dispute it to High Court, or you can go for arbitration process. Okay, and it can be set aside by High Court, or the decision made through arbitration, or it is subjected to another set of dispute resolution. Another set of settlement. So meaning that outside adjudication, they're not fully happy with that thing, but then the two can talk and then they can come to a agreement, a settlement. Then that is also okay. All right. So meaning that if you really in the end they get another party to mediate for them, because they did not agree with some of the points in the thing, they can get the lawyers out, they can get another third party to come in to help to mediate. Then they can refine that decision, by the adjudicators. Okay. So this is what we mean by settlement. It's like an out of court settlement. It's like, after the adjudication, both still can meet each other and talk and say that, okay, we follow, but there are a few points that we want to change, for example. They can do that, okay? Or directly it's overruled by High Court, or it can be taken over by arbitration, and the decision of the arbitration is actually final, okay? Unless you go to court, SIPA also specifically provides for enforcement of the adjudication decision, okay? So there is also rules and regulation that is available in the SIPA Act for the enforcement to be carried out as well. Okay, so it's not so there is enforceability lah. So decision that is made under SIPA are binding, enforceable, and there are set of way to enforce it under SIPA. Okay. So this actually provides some form of certainty and finality to the adjudication process, and encouraging compliance to the adjudicator decision, unless, like I said, unless it's set aside by the High Court, final decision by the arbitration, or subjected to extra settlement, additional outside settlement by the two parties. All right, and so otherwise it is enforced. It is enforced. People, you must be enforced. Otherwise, what's the point, isn't it? A party can enforce an adjudication decision by applying to a High Court. So again, you can a party can take this decision and go to High Court and get it stamped, endorsed, and that is really, really very final. But of course, it is under SIPA itself. It's already legislative. It's already statutory. You are not going to dispute that. Anyways, you're not supposed to really, unless it's a very, very strong reason why you want to dispute that. Otherwise, most parties will go for it, because there is enforceability here. Okay. So SIPA actually is enacted in the Parliament, so it makes it an act, a legislation applying for the whole country, not only the state. So then, of course, various initiatives has been made now to actually carry out SIPA, carry out using adjudication under SIPA Act as a guideline from SIPA is a guideline for adjudication. It's an act, is a statutory guideline for adjudication. So then when it's being adopted by the industry, people slowly come to incorporating clauses of adjudication in the contract as well. So many contracts start to have adjudication as the dispute resolution process. It becomes a contractual adjudication now. In some contracts, more contract, even though it is not there, like I mentioned, you can straight away go to adjudication because it is statutory. Okay. So now SIPA also generated a significant body of case law, especially when the decision is being made. Some people actually, like I said, they can go to apply to High Court for the adjudicated decision, making the stamping and all that. So they can sought clarification based on adjudication processes. So the court decision will help to interpret and refine provision of SIPA. So meaning that, something comes out, people use it, and then some people are unsure of the interpretation, then they will go to court and get some interpretation. And that's where all the case law legal precedents have to come in and say the court will say, okay, this is supposed to be interpreted like this, like this, like this. He means this, 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 this. So then it's all being recorded. And of course, any adjudication decision also will be recorded by the director of KLRCA. So you also can go to director, not to go to director lah, but go to KLRCA and look for previous cases and see how it's being done as well. So there's a lot of slowly we are building up a lot of information pool. We're retaining a lot of information on SIPA. But your job, you have to know how the SIPA comes about, what are the processes of SIPA, what is the practice of SIPA, how enforceable is SIPA decision, adjudication decision, and inside there, it's not that difficult to remember. Remember I said the ding dong ding. So you serve the adjudication's claim, and then adjudication response as a dong, and then if the claimant wants to serve it to party A serves the claim, party B responds, and then party A can reply again. So it's only up to there. The adjudication process will proceed. So there's no ding dong, ding, it's just ding dong, maximum, another ding. So that is SIPA for us. You have to get that right. And like I said, it is part of something important. It's part of our industry that is very important. It's something that is really, really upcoming. It has been used to resolve a lot of different disputes as well, especially in West Malaysia. And now that with very, very big mega projects like the ART in Sarawak, Pan Borneo and all that, these are all mega projects that will really hasten up if adjudication, most likely it will use adjudication. You cannot allow mega projects like this. There will sure be issues. There will sure be dispute. So if we don't go for adjudication and go for those more intricate and high level adjudication, dispute resolution method, it will really, really affect the whole project. And this sort of project cannot be delayed one. This is out there in the public arena. People can see it. People drive past it every day. The complaints and the hardship of people have put up with the project is a lot. It's over many, many years actually. So we cannot allow much delays to those big projects. So and then it has all problems, conflicts, issues have to be resolved as soon as possible. And SIPA gives you that time frame. The ding dong ding also have a time frame. The adjudicator have to make decision within 45 days. It's a whole very, very, very specific timeline involved. So no argument to it. Okay? Right. So that's all from me for SIPA adjudications. Read through this, like I say, very carefully. Okay, it will help. Okay? And I'm sure there's coming up a lot of these sort of things you will see from the industry. All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, people.